Hey guys, this is Vamakshi Verma from Canals Academy. As you can see in this image, there are many colors, but none of them are mixing with each other. In this chaos, they have found a beautiful balance which creates a beautiful image. Similarly, we have something that relates to this image, ionic reactions, which creates ionic balances, which are also known as ionic equilibrium. So let's see what is it. Firstly, let's see and understand the topic's name. So, ionic means ions, and they are of two types, that is, cations and anions. Now, equilibrium is all about the balances. Let's see what exactly we have to learn here. So, the story starts with ionic compounds, which when dissolved in water gets dissociated into its respective anions and cations. Anions are negatively charged species and cations are positively charged species. So when ionic compound is dissolved in water, it is basically known as an electrolyte. That is a solution which can conduct electricity through them. Okay. Now here, electrolytes are basically of two types. The one is strong electrolyte and the other one is weak electrolytes. Now let's see and understand what are strong electrolytes. So the ionic compounds which gets completely dissociated are known as the strong electrolytes. Okay. For example, AB dissociates to give A plus and B minus. As you can see here that a single arrow is given. Okay. Here a single arrow is given, which is indicating only a forward reaction that is taking place. This dissociation is a complete one. To understand this more effectively, let's see the concept of weak electrolytes. So weak electrolytes are those species which dissociates incompletely. Let's see an example. Here, AB dissociates into A plus and B minus. But here you can also see the reversible sign in the reaction. So as soon as AB dissociates into A plus and B minus, it will react again within themselves and follow a backward path to give the reactant AB again. This sign is known as the reversibility sign, which is used in a particular kind of reaction. To be more specific about this, let's see. So this is the basic criteria where we can see what are the types of reaction. So reaction are basically of two types. First one is reversible and the other one is irreversible. Irreversible follows a forward reaction or a forward path only. But reversible reactions follow forward as well as backward reaction both. Reversible reactions has this sign, whereas irreversible has this sign. Let's differentiate between forward and backward reaction. So for this, first we will see what is forward reaction. So let's see the example. Here you can see that AB is dissociated and it gives A plus and B minus. Here you can see a half arrow indicating a forward reaction. Okay, so for this reaction, AB was the reactant and A plus plus B minus were the product. And also for the concentration of AB had the more concentration and A plus and B minus was less in the concentration terms. Now let's compare this forward reaction to the backward reaction. So the example remains the same, but the difference here is the sign. The sign is the half arrow, which is directed backwards. Okay, and here the reactant is A plus and B minus, and the product becomes AB. And this is a backward reaction because it follows the backward path. Similar to this diagram, here the concentration of A plus and B minus was more as compared to the product AB. Okay. So if we combine forward as well as the backward reaction, so it will give us somewhat like this, where you can see that AB reacts or dissociates to give A plus and B minus, and simultaneously A plus and B minus ions react to themselves and take place a forward path and move towards AB again. Here, the difference is only that the rate constant of forward reaction is given by Kf and the rate constant of backward direction is given by Kb. Now, what are these reaction constants? I have already explained it in the chemical kinetics lecture series. Kindly go and watch it. There, you will understand the rate constant and the rate terms more easily. Now, if the rate, that is, the speed of the forward reaction becomes equal to the rate of the backward direction or backward reaction, this gives rise to an equilibrium. And here the equilibrium is established. That is, at equilibrium, the rate or the speed of forward reaction and rate or the speed of backward reaction both becomes same. So what exactly do we have to study in this chapter? We have to understand the equilibrium which is established in an weak electrolytic solution which reacts in a forward as well as a backward direction. And also we have to learn about the factors and equations that are related for the same. I hope all the basics that were very much required in the start of this chapter is clear to you all. Wait for the next video of this equilibrium series. If you like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thank you.